November 8th, 2:48 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Last day of the week. And big event occurred today. The U.S. stock index, Dow Jones Industrial Average, currently has 30 companies on it. And two of them were switched out. Plus, the stock index made an all-time new high. This was known for several days, and I shared it with my Patreon members. So we had early time to prepare. Yep. So two of the companies that were taken off the index was the Dow Chemical and Intel, replaced with NVIDIA and Sherwin-Williams. Prior to that, the big change out was Amazon. We participated in that too. So looking here on the 5-year chart, each candle a week, Dow Jones Industrial Average. Here's the low, past 5 years right here, 2020. And 2024, all-time new high. Nice. Yeah, we've been bullish for a while. Nice. Here's the low, 2022. Nice opportunity to participate in the bull. So here's the low this year. Here's the high this year. The biggest trading range right now, trading range means price high and low, has been this week. Outstanding. Big things happened this week. Yesterday, the Federal Reserve, central bank, lowered the rates by a quarter. Prior to that, the United States had a presidential election. And today, like I mentioned, we had the index get adjusted. So being situation aware that the index made an all-time new high, we'll go look at the companies, alphabetical order, 30 companies, and see if they're performing better or equal or worse than the index. First is Apple. Here's a low for the past 5 years. So currently, where it did make a high this year for the new highs, this week, no, lower low, lower high. So the index is performing better. But they both, again, have in common that they made new highs for this year. Let's go on to the next. Amgen. Here's the low for the past 5 years. Again, it did make an all-time new high this year. And current week, higher, high, higher, low. But still, the index is performing better. Amazon, here's a low for the past 5 years. And it made an all-time new high this week. So it's one of the stocks that are helping the index make a new high. And Amazon did get added to the index this year right here. There's orange vertical line is. Yep, nice. American Express, all-time new high. The financial industry, it's been hot for a while. Boeing, disappointed. Well, here's a low for the past 5 years. And we made a new low for the year. Loser. Yep. It's hurting the index. Caterpillar, all-time new high. Outstanding. Nice. Salesforce, look at that. New high for the year. Outstanding. So let's adjust this. Cisco Systems made a new high for the year, but for the past 5 years, here's the high. So it's underperforming the index. Chevron, here's a high for the past 5 years. Here's a high for this year. Yeah, it's underperforming the index. Oh, Disney, here's a high for the past 5 years. Here's a low for the past 5 years. It's underperforming the index and here's again, high for the year, way below it. Not good. Not impressed. Goldman Sachs, another financial, all-time new high, outstanding. Nice run up. Let's adjust this. Again, the financials have been winners for a while, and I've been sharing that for the opportunity to invest just in that sector, if that's what you wanted to do, using stock ETFs. Just as a little bit more. Yes, the Dow is heavily weighted in financials. Same with the Russell 2000. Home Depot did make a high for the year, all-time high here, and since then, it's underperforming. Honeywell. Yep, here's the high for the past 5 years up here on the left. So it's underperforming, but here's the high for this year. IBM. Wow, look at that. Here's the high for the year, and it's underperforming the index. But again, the past 5 years, outstanding, but underperforming the index. Johnson & Johnson. Nope, underperforming the index. And look at this. Here's a high for the year, and it's declining. Again, this is the low of the year, but we know the index made a higher high, higher low, and this is making lower, lower, lower high, selling off. Underperforming. JP Morgan, another financial, all-time new high, outstanding. So again, we see the financials have been performing outstanding. Coca-Cola. It did make a new high for this year for the all-time high. And look at that. It's selling off. It's declining. That's a markdown phase. Underperforming the index. And McDonald's. Yep. All-time high right here. And sold off. Yep. 3M. Well, here's the high for the past 5 years. And the high for this year, it's underperforming the index by a lot. Merck. So interesting, this year it did make the high. And consolidation, breakdown, huge sell-off. Last week was the new low for the year. Wow. Tough shape. Microsoft. Here's the low for the past 5 years. Here's the high for the past 5 years. So this year it made a new high, but it's underperforming the index. Nike retail, no surprise. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low, and look at that. Here's the high for this year, and it's trading down. For the week, new low, lower high, lower low. Not good. Now, again, one of the companies that got replaced. Again, I tell you, Intel came out, and the video went in. Here's the low for the past 5 years, $4.52, and all-time new high right here. Nice. Orange line, just to let me know vertically, lines where things got added. Nice. It's also helping the index. Do you want to see Intel? Even though it's not part of the index anymore, I got taken off the close yesterday. It's been underperforming. See, here's the high for the past 5 years. Terrible. Here's the winner. Procter Gamble. Here's the high for the past 5 years. And this week, lower low, lower high. Sherwin-Williams. Again, I tell you, this got added and the Dow Chemical came off. So here's the low for the past 5 years. This year did make a new for the past 5 years, but the high for the year is right there. So it's underperforming the index. Compare that to the Dow Chemical, which was taken off. Here's Dow Chemical, even worse. Took out the low already of last year. So on to the next. Another financial company, Travelers. Did make a new high for this year, but it's underperforming the index. United Health, all-time new high, outstanding. Huge trading range. And another financial company, Visa, all-time new high, outstanding. Financial strong. Verizon, disappointing. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low for the past 5 years. And for the year, here's the high this year. And look at that this week, lower low, lower high, declining. Terrible. So what used to be on the Dow was AT&T, and that got taken off some time ago. So look at AT&T. Okay, the 5-year chart. And here we go. Here's the high. Here's the low. See if I still got my drawings. For some reason, not queuing in. But notice here again, AT&T, here's the high for the year. Versus Verizon, declining. Yep. And Walmart, the Dow 30, here's a low for the past 5 years. All-time new high, outstanding. Overall, we had several companies here. All-time new highs for the year being made this week. And a lot of them are in the financials, where we have mixed in other ones. So again, one could just simply invest in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The stock ETF symbol is DIA, Delta India Alpha. Yep. Or if you want to take a higher risk, you could invest in the individual company and see how some of them are underperforming. Yeah. So again, the winner is the index. It's diversified. The Dow 30 companies are the largest United States publicly traded companies. And like I showed you, they replace companies time every so often. So the index has more history than many of these companies. Mm-hmm. Even if you're new to investing, you can even start with fractional shares. If you don't know what fractional shares are, well, if you don't have a broker, you can't trade them. If you have a broker that doesn't offer fractional shares, you can't trade them. Yeah. Hey, this video is posted the same day for my Patreon members. If you like early access to this video, well, that's offered on my subscribers page for a tiny donation. I have a Patreon page. The link's below. Content, again, is only for subscriber members that are making donations. Good content. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.